Alright, what's going on, guys? Hope y'all are doing well. So, I don't know if you can hear by the ambience in the room, but I am actually back home in Ohio. I've been away in Texas and LA for about 3 months, so I told you guys that Vanguard Season 1 literally comes out the day that I was traveling back home, so I wasn't able to cover it immediately, but finally was able to play this brand new update and kind of check out all the stuff that happened with it. So, today I want to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of what changed and whether it's worth playing at this point. To be fair, I did say that this game would take a good couple of major updates to even get where it needs to be, where it should have been on launch. And so, like, with just the Season 1 update or everything that comes with this particular time frame isn't going to be completely game-shattering and change Vanguard fundamentally, but there are some new things that have been added, and you'll see them in this gameplay, and we'll go over them. But in a hilarious and embarrassing move, and I'm not sure if the person who wrote this was trolling or this was just genuinely the most tragic use of words, but the message of the day in Vanguard the other day says, Treyarch zombies are deader than ever in Season 1. The hilarious thing is this was real, and they ended up changing it. Like, you can't find this message anymore, but I was like, man, ain't that the truth? Anyways, what they did change, at least as far as the roadmap, was the things that are releasing in this update, but also in, I presume, Season 1 Reloaded. So what are those things that came to Vanguard Zombies? So something that is coming to the game but didn't happen on the launch of Season 1 is a new location called Von List's office. Now, to be quite honest with you, I don't know how much adding new spaces without really very much to do is even going to help Anfang. Like, I really think that these things would be appreciated significantly more if the main quest like is already in the game and you can actually go and do something inside of this map. It can continue to expand Anfang, but without like a main quest, it really does feel ultimately pointless in a lot of ways. So I know they're going to be announcing stuff about the main quest very soon, but I was like a little bit surprised they didn't even at least mention it in this roadmap or even talk about it in their blog post. So that was a little bit concerning, I would say. But in the update we did get like 3 or 4 new covenants. One of them actually has the ability of Deadshot, where it auto aims to the head. There's another one that deals damage just progressively over time as zombies are close to you. You're seeing it in this gameplay. And there's also one where you deal more damage the faster you're moving. So I guess if, you know, like you're moving quickly with stamina up, you can actually deal a lot of damage. And I guess these are kind of cool. I don't think covenants, though, they're a different way to play, but they're not fundamentally gonna like bring people to play Vanguard or even really make that much of an impact, because eventually there will be a meta built and people are going to run the same covenants over and over again for the most part. Yeah, I guess it's kind of cool to see new covenants every now and again. I'm sure we're going to be getting more throughout the year. Also in this roadmap, it said we're getting brand new weapons, and this is just literally the new guns we're getting in Vanguard. Obviously, every season, some brand new stuff gets added as far as weapons go, but also it says weapon updates, and it's a photo of the mystery box, and I'm not sure what this means. I hope to God this means some kind of implementation of a wonder weapon, and I did play the new like update on Vanguard, and I played Anfang with this latest patch because I want to have a really clear eye on everything. And I can tell you, just like from the perspective of a zombies player that's been in since the beginning, this does not feel like zombies without the possibility or existence of a wonder weapon. A lot of the beauty of Nocturne Totem, even though it was incredibly simple, and you could argue Anfang is mechanically more complex than Nocturne Totem, the difference is having all of the, like, you know, standard run-of-the-mill World War II weapons, these very like straightforward bullet guns, and then having this really mystical, interesting scientific weapon, the ray gun or something like that, you know. And having those two things within the same game makes it feel a lot less monotonous. And I guess that's the only way to put it right now in Anfang, is like there's no actual wonder weapon to break up that monotonous like weapon gameplay. There's nothing interesting or rare to strive for, and I just like completely don't understand why they did release without a wonder weapon. But apparently that is either on its way or either coming in the grief mode that we talked about before in a previous video. But also in this update, we did get a new objective as well called Purge, and this is essentially where you go and stand on like 9 runes, and you have to like run around and basically just defend them, essentially like a domination point in multiplayer. Now the hilarious thing is this one doesn't even really work properly, or it's not optimized. Like it functions, but you can see that you're on a timer. It's really hard to read how many runes you still need to get and the timer that you're on, because the UI is placed in the exact same spot as each other. So it's kind of hard to tell like what rune you're on or how much time you have remaining to complete it, Otherwise, if you fail, your game's like completely over. Also, for the most part, the runes are in like a sequential order. You just basically take one tour of the map. You don't need to run around too much looking for them. But if you happen to miss a rune, it does not indicate on your minimap or even on your HUD where that like ritual is supposed to be, where the rune is located. And I think that's a big mistake. This like fundamentally is solid as the concept, but the UI needs a lot of cleaning up for this one. Just like, I don't know how these things are like getting through. This should have been on day one, but even so, it just like isn't working completely properly. Also, we are getting score streaks added at some point during Season 1 Reloaded, I assume, which unfortunately should have been a day one feature in my opinion as well. Also, no pause button yet, and I literally cannot believe I'm saying that, but still no ability to pause for some reason, and still no like actual confirmation about how the main quest will work. Although I do know we're going to be hearing about it at some point in Season 1, so I assume that'll be like the next major update. But this was just like, even this like Season 1 update is still, I guess, just like frankly unacceptable for the launch of a game. It's so far behind, it's kind of laughable. I saw this on Twitter. I saw Pizza made a different roadmap for Vanguard, and I like this one a lot better. You got a main quest, round-based options, side quest, pause button, wonder weapon, classic wonder weapons returning, electric cherry, pack-a-punch camos. Look, I enjoy this one much more. I'm just gonna say it, this obviously was like a pretty embarrassing update. You know, it's not like acceptable as far as what this would have been additional content. This is them playing catch up. But to be fair, it's about what I expected, because I think this update was already pre-packaged before Vanguard even released. So it's not like they could listen to community feedback and make changes to the game accordingly. At this point going forward though, after Season 1, I don't think there's really any excuse. At this point, they've heard the feedback, they know what the community wants, and they either announce what they're going to be doing, or they start to change the game in the correct direction, or they just basically have a whole pre-packaged plan for the rest of the year, and then nobody really plays Vanguard Zombies very much. Now, I did say as well when Vanguard released that I'm not like completely going to judge this game and throw it right out the window, but obviously it's got a lot of huge inherent flaws that it needs to address before it's even remotely playable, and I don't know how many updates it's going to take to get there. And what I'm very curious about is, are you guys still interested in Vanguard Zombies? And if not, what would they need to do in order to recapture your interest? Fortunately, Cold War Zombies actually has better news for it for the second year. There is a big possibility of more content for an actual zombies game people want to play. The main quest of Anfang is subpar or lackluster, or they don't announce some sort of like addition of round-based maps or other experiences. We did talk about grief mode, most likely hitting this game at some point, which could be interesting, and I will definitely give that a try when it releases. But other than that, like, I don't know. I think a lot of people are kind of checked out with Vanguard right now, and this update certainly didn't help its case, although I did say a bit earlier that it was certainly pre-packaged, and it's not like they could do anything about it. However, I am interested in seeing their first Easter egg and how they go about approaching that, whether it's going to be a little bit more gameplay based on the solve, or it's going to be a puzzle-based Easter egg for the most part. I'm not really sure. Like, it's hard to say, and they definitely have taken the feedback from Cold War they got, where a lot of people thought it was a little bit too gameplay based, and, you know, you can definitely make a solid argument for that, but I don't want them to go fully into the puzzle-based stuff either, in my opinion. But at that point, that's, like, really the one thing I am looking forward to, unless they do, like, a complete 180 and just start developing, like, more classic survival experiences for this game. But I'm not gonna, like, get my expectations up, because at this point, I have no idea how they're gonna be handling the rest of Vanguard. But I'm very curious what you guys think about this. Let me know down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed the video regardless, even if you're playing Vanguard or not, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. It helps out the video a ton. And subscribe if you're new to the channel for more zombies content. I'm also posting a lot of Halo. Feels good just to be able to come on here and speak genuinely about how I feel about this update. And I pretty much said everything I needed to say. So let me know what you guys think down below. And I also do stream over on Twitch if you don't follow me and like to come hang out. Link to that's in the description below. But anyways, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy and peace out.